looks like he is doing just that. He's bringing some Medic Marines to help his partner's base. And looks like an Evolution Chamber was going up for Keke, so Keke is going to have to put up a Spore Colony, it seems, or he's opting to put up a Spore Colony that will protect him in the air, but it will set him a bit behind there because he's forced to make those extra buildings. Meanwhile, Savior has about 4 Mulisks or 3 Mulisks out in the center, just wandering around. Templar Archives going up for NBS, so that is a smart move, I think, for NBS, because he is going to get those Psionic Storm off on those Medic Marines, and that's going to be very, very effective. And looks like Keke now, now Ho now getting his Engineering Bay up. Savior trying to do a little bit of a harass on him, actually, and that might prove quite effective because he has half of his forces inside Keke's base, and he might be neglecting his own base here, and actually he has no turrets in his own base, so Savior could be doing a lot of damage with his legendary Mutalisk Micro here, but looks like he's actually not attacking the Marines head-on. That's smart. He's going to just attack the supply depots, picking off 1 Marine here. Looks like, though, Ho had enough time to put up his first turret, though, so that's going to limit Savior's mobility. And actually, Ho has his natural expansion up, so the CJ team really needs to do something about this, or else they're going to fall quite far behind. Savior getting a second gas up. Looks like his opponent's also getting a second gas up. Meanwhile, trying to get into his opponent's base, he's not going to find anything there for him to attack. Looks like NBS actually doesn't have a lot of Zealots in his front right now. He does have 4 gateways in his base, though, and perhaps he's just producing a lot of High Templar. That could be possible, because he does have a number of 2 gas there. Looks like he made a DT here, and looks like he's going to just try to get some map control with his DT, killing the Zerglings around his base. And perhaps he's going to do some harass on the Medic Marines also. But looks like a missile turret is going up for Ho, and I feel like the NBS and Savior really need to do some damage on Ho immediately, or else Ho is going to become unstoppable, as the Terran players have a propensity of doing if the pressure is just forced on their Zerg ally. The Terran players can just grow so strong until they just become the main point of the team, and really just are able to win the game. But Savior doing really good harass there, killing off 4 or 5 SCVs, 5 SCVs total, not losing any Mutalisks there. There's a good Savior Mutalisk harass. And we'll see if Savior decides to change tech. I don't expect either of the Zerg players to change tech, though. Both Zerg players should be staying with Mutalisks and Zerglings. Really, there is no real option otherwise. No matter how scary the non-Zerg opponent is, you really just can't do anything but mutilating. It's unfortunate. And of course, all Pro League 2v2 teams have a Zerg, no exception, because Zerg are just so powerful and useful early game, and of course with their Mutalisks. So really, the Zerg players they have to go Mutiling and Scourge, so really not much else they can do. Looks like speed upgrade up for NBS, and NBS is going to be trying to set up his natural expansion also, but it's going to be quite slow compared to Ho's, and Ho is just going to be able to pump a lot of Medic Marine coming soon. We'll see if he decides to change his tech. He may have the option to go for mech, and actually Savior doing another great harass there, just really preventing him. It looks like the first Mutalisk's out for Keke now, and looks like Savior actually doing a running battle here. Great Mutalisk Micro, hit and run for Savior, and looks like Savior does not have enough Mutalisks to fight off this force though, and Savior could be in big trouble if he has no defenses in his base against air units. Looks like Keke's gonna NBS is gonna come out to assist here. Keke with about 6 or 7 Mutalisks heading towards Savior's base. Savior does not have anything in his base. Savior's could be in big trouble right now. And it looks like actually Keke's could be in big trouble now. Actually, perhaps NBS is picking the perfect moment to attack here, bringing his Zealots and his 2 Archons into Keke's base. And he needs to keep those Archons alive to deal with the Mutalisks. Zealots actually getting killed by those Sunkens, but actually killing all the Sunkens now. Killing 1 Sunken at least, and looks like those Archons just need to stay alive for a little bit longer. Looks like, no, they don't stay alive a little longer, though. Unfortunately, Savior now trying to bring some Mutalisks, but looks like Keke's Mutalisks arrive back in time to kill off the incoming forces. I do feel the CJ team is in a bit of trouble right now. Looks like most of the Medic Marines getting picked off by those DTs, though. Great play by NBS there, using those 2 Dart DTs to pick off a number of the Marines, and looks like Savior has some Scourge now to deal with the superior Mutalisk force of Keke's. And Keke really just was not participating for a while, but it gave him some time to build up those Mutalisks. A couple of High Templar are now out for NBS, and we'll see if he decides to make them to Archons. Good Scourge there by Savior. I think landing both of his Scourge there on top of those Mutalisks. I'm not sure what the Mutalisk count is like, but I do feel like Keke has an advantage still in his Mutalisk count. And looks like Photon Cannon being set up at Savior's natural, perhaps NBS trying to boost Savior into his natural expansion. That is a good move there by the Protoss player, I feel. Because Photon Cannons are just so effective in this against the Zerg and Terran player who go Medic Marine and Mutalisks. Photon Cannons are the answer, and looks like an expansion going up for Keke also at his natural. And I haven't seen Savior plan his hatchery yet, so I feel the Wemade Fox team is going to be ahead economically. It looks like Siege Mode probably is being upgraded for Ho there, and he's going to be able to move out against this this Dragoon force here. Oh, great storm though from NBS. Catches Savior's Mutalisks too, but it does catch a number of Keke's Mutalisks also, and looks like a Dragoon force now, all Dragoons and High Templar force for NBS, and that is a good move here. Meanwhile, a lot of just the Overlords moving towards this natural. Nothing else going on there. Starport up for for Ho now, and Ho could be going for Science Vessels. I assume that's what the Starport and Control Tower are for. Meanwhile, those Medic Marine forces are actually pushing back the Dragoons, because the Dragoons there just aren't enough Dragoons to deal with them successfully just yet. And looks like they're actually quite highly upgraded. They're 1 and 2, I think. No, they're 0 and 1 for the 1 and 1 or something. 0 or 1 or 1 and 1 for the Medic Marines. A Vulture actually out for Ho now. Unfortunately, the resolution of this video isn't very good. I had to get it from the small VODs thread on Team Liquid. Looks like actually Savior finding a great moment to attack here. If he manages to pick off this natural expansion, that'll be huge for the CJ team. Looks like he just catches them before Keke can bring his Mutalisks back, and looks like Keke is trying to pick off those High Templar. He does pick off 2 High Templar, but not before taking a lot of damage. Meanwhile, looks like the Wemade Fox team is going to try to focus on NBS's front door now, but I'm not sure how successful that is going to be, because Savior is going to bring his Mutalisks back to help defend, and there is quite a narrow choke point there. Really, a tank or two needs to be pushed up before they can do a lot of damage, and now Savior perhaps trying to do another harass on Keke's base, but that's not going to work. Savior now with a swarm of Scourge, though, out to kill some Mutalisks. Of course, those Mutalisks are going to be on top of the Medic Marines for most of the time, I think, so he really needs to catch them outside the Medic Marine protection to use those Scourge effectively, and we'll see how good he is at doing that. Klazer has been complaining a lot recently about Savior's poor Scourge control, so we'll see how well he does against a Zerg player with those Scourge, instead of trying to snipe off... It looks like Savior actually setting up a trap here, using his Mutalisks to attack the Spore Colony, and tricking Keke into bringing his Mutalisks back, and now he's killed off the Spore Colony and killed off a number of the Mutalisks of Keke, and Savior could go in and pick off a couple of drones right now. We'll see if he decides to do just that, and really, Savior has his natural up, Keke doesn't, so now the focus is on Keke, and if Keke can't hold on, really, then, of course, Wemade Fox will be in big trouble, and it looks like